It's Caladium time! Hello friends, I'm still a little bit sick, but it is warm now, so it's time to unpack all of my Caladium bulbs that I saved from last year. And I got this huge box in the mail, look at it, with more than 50 bulbs for in the garden as well, including lots of Caladium, but also a banana for my boyfriend, some collocasia, and just some dahlia, some garden flowers. So if you have stuff to do for your garden or for your Caladiums specifically, let's do it together. Grab your stuff, let's get potting. First, let's see how the ones from last year are doing. These are the Caladium Autumn Beauty, and I wrote on the baggie what the sizes of the bulbs were. So 3 big ones, 4 medium ones, and 5 small ones. Let's see if they haven't rotted. We have the little card I put in last year. Oh, some are already growing. This is nice. Look at that. That's promising. This one too. It seems all of them are waking up already. Ah, that's amazing. I love this one especially, so I'm very happy to see. They made it through winter okay. Some of the small ones I don't know about yet, but that's okay. We have quite a few big ones. One thing I had not prepared for, but I'm always happy at this time of year that I'm keeping so many secondhand pots, because we're gonna need a lot of them for all of these bulbs. And this, last year when I unpotted them and all my other bulbs that needed unpotting, I kept the soil because it still looked pretty good. So now we can reuse that, because I don't have that much other soil. I might add in some worm castings for fertilizer, and then we're ready to go. I only just started and it's already getting very warm. Since I have quite a few of these first bulbs, we're gonna put them in a big pot. They were in an even wider pot last year, but I can't find it. I don't know where it is. Maybe I should start with the smaller ones to keep it easy for myself. Okay, let's do that. Like the Miss Muffet. That is just 1 medium, 1 small, and 2 extra small bulbs. Very pretty plant. It looks okay. There's some growth on the biggest one, not so much on the smaller one. So we're gonna give this a small pot to not get it to rot before it roots. For the Caladiums, I like to use old pots because they're only going to live outside anyway. Trying to pot them up with the growth point facing up, although with some of the smaller ones you can't really see what is up or down. Don't forget to label so you know what's what. I'm actually going to write the date of when I'm potting these up. Kathleen only has 1 medium-sized bulb. Ooh, but it's growing. It's looking really nice. Let's find it a small pot.
Okay, not that small. This one is a little bit better. I don't know why, but I stopped talking to the camera here. So you see me potting up this lovely bulb, putting the label in. Always important to remember what it is. And then the next one, Florida Sweetheart. I had quite a few smaller bulbs. This is what they looked like last year. Aren't they amazing? Oh, the colors. I got a little bit of a wider pot for this because there were quite a few, and put them in once again without saying anything to the camera.
Fanny Munson is another one that I love.
Interestingly, last year they didn't look so good actually compared to the bulbs that I had in my first year growing Caladiums. This was my Fanny Munson and I loved it so much. So I'm very curious what this year's will look like.
And they are also starting to grow. Very nice.
This setup on the hot tub is actually pretty handy. I had my soil on the side, I had my close-up camera to show you the details, and the main camera on the hot tub. So we have different angles. I'm feeling very fancy. Then it was time for the Caladium Fiesta, which I did write on the bag that it was rotting as I put it in.
Doesn't feel like there's much left of this one, but we will plant it and see. The less bulbs there are, the smaller the pot I make it to make sure they don't rot.
And with that I mean rot more than they did while they were in storage, unfortunately. We'll wait and see what happens to these and if they even grow.
Spring Fling
is a beautiful Caladium that can get pink and white leaves with green veins.
Ooh. This one has some mealybugs on it. That's not great. Must have survived in there all winter.
Close your eyes if you don't want to see murder. Ah, squish.
Those I will be hosing down first. Luckily, we have a great system in the garden by Gardena, who used to sponsor me, and I can just hose the mealybug bulbs down right here. Looks pretty good. I recently learned that hosing plants down with water is a very effective way to treat any pests. Even when you use good bugs, you should hose down your plants regularly, or at least once if you have an active pest. So I'm trying to do that more often now. Should I use this pot? No, too big. Sometimes when the pots are a little bit deeper like these ones, I just put a little bit less soil inside so they don't have too deep of a pot. I don't know if that makes sense. By the way, we are going to paint these walls behind me in a really nice peachy color, probably in a few weeks. So I am so excited to film here and have the peach colored background with the frames in this turquoise color, same color as my sweater. So I'm so excited for that. Let's continue. This one actually, Festivia. I didn't know what it was last year, but I absolutely loved these. So I bought, I think 3 more in that big box I'm gonna unbox with you in a second. So I think I'm gonna pot these up separately and show you the difference, because there's, in my experience, a huge difference between fresh bulbs and bulbs that you've overwintered yourself. We only will probably get very small leaves from these. So we're gonna put it in a small pot. I found the pot I was looking for the, oh, it's very white, so it's harder to see. This pot I really liked for the Autumn Beauty last year because there's so many bulbs, but it's a little bit more shallow than some of the bigger pots, like the, it's different. I don't know words today. Sorry, my brain is full of snot. Let's unbox our big box. This is by Farmer Gracie. All of the bulbs are by Farmer Gracie. I have a discount code with them and a unique link that will help me a little bit. So if you're interested in buying your Caladium bulbs or any other garden bulbs and stuff, if you order them from Farmer Gracie, you will get a discount with my name, Roos, R-O-O-S, and it helps me too. So if you do, thank you so much. Let's see. This is very beautiful. This is the first thing I see. What's in here? Oh, they added some cards. Super cute. Plus the order overview and some information about the different plants and how to grow them, because especially the dahlias, I'm not so experienced with. I got some regular garden plants as well. This is what you get if you order a certain amount. Free bag. That feels like it could be coloring for adults. Maybe I should color it in with my Posca pens as a chill thing to do. Beautiful. And then we have this. Tons and tons of bulbs and roots as well, because some of the plants that I bought are sent as roots, which I don't know what that means exactly. I'm just gonna go over them quickly. We have Fanny Munson, Munster, 1. Miss Muffet, 1, because I liked that last year. Oh, actually, Fanny Munson, another one. Miss Muffet, another one. I guess their packaging this year is different, because some you can order them per 1 or per 3. And maybe I ordered 3, I don't know exactly, of these. And then they just threw in the separate baggies. I think that's it, because here is the Festivia that I definitely ordered three from. And they're in separate bags. So there should be another one somewhere. Spring Fling, Candidum. Ah, here's the 3rd Spring Fling. I forgot this is going to be quite a lot of work. Festivia, I ordered 3 from as well, so that's complete. I also ordered a bunch of new ones, because last time I just ordered some random ones and it was the Festivia was one of my favorites, so I decided to just go for a few weird ones. Like this one is called Pink Cloud, this one is called Gingerland, I have no idea what they mean, but hopefully it's gonna be nice. Let's see, what else? Here's a few more. Pink Beauty, White Queen. I used to grow definitely, so I know what that looks like. My little hot tub table is getting a little bit full. Mickey, what is her? Come here. Mickey is meowing a lot. What's wrong? Did you see the neighbor cat? Okay, Florida Elise, Fanny Munson, Frida Hempel. No idea what that looks like. A Limelight. I literally don't remember ordering these, but it always takes a while before they get to you, so that also makes sense. This one is called Bach. This one is called Caroline Wharton. Interesting names. Here's the third Miss Muffet, Florida Sweetheart, Florida Moonlight. We are swimming in caladiums. And then I also bought a bunch of collocasia. They are really cool. They're very closely related to allocasia, if you don't know. So I got Black Magic. Last year they didn't grow very well for me. I bought a few, but they didn't really come up. Mojito, I bought a few. Black Magic, Black Magic, Black Magic. That's 3. Blue Hawaii. These are quite pricey, so I didn't get that many. Well, I got a lot, but not like 3 of each. Black Coral. I don't know what that looks like. I bought some dahlias. Dahlia Tricolor, Dahlia Great Silence. The packages are getting quite big. And then we have an iris, Purplicious. This is a lupinus. Oh, I was very excited to get this. Masterpiece, it's called. I love lupinus. If you don't know, they are the purple flowers that you see when like the Instagram people are in Iceland. They have a period where the purple lupines are flowering, and this is called Salmon Star. So this is I love peach colored flowers and I love purple flowers. Then we have, this is an iris called Caesar's Brother. I have no idea what that looks like, but we're gonna find out. And then we have a Dicentra Burning Hearts. I have no idea what that is. I'll try and put pictures up of everything. And then we have one more that I bought for my boyfriend. I think this is the most expensive one in the whole. It's Musa Sikimensis Ever Red. So it's in a really interesting package. Let's see. It's a banana with red. My boyfriend loves bananas. If you don't know, we grow them outside a lot in the garden. We have ones that are winter proof here. Thought I was getting a root. So we're gonna find out. Oh, it's definitely not a root. Look at that. It's already growing. Should I have waited for my boyfriend to come home? Maybe. It looks still green, but it's supposed to be red, or at least like variegated, some kind of burgundy. We'll find out. I'll pot it up for him, and then that will be a nice surprise when he gets home from work. I don't really know what the collocasia bulbs look like. Let's find out together. They're in Zaagsel. I don't know what that's called. Look pretty similar to the other ones. I have 3 of these. Let's see the size so that I know how big of a pot we need. Ooh! Wow, wait, that's a lot bigger. Nice. So I guess it's just luck of the draw if you just order one, how big it's gonna be. This one's also pretty big actually, so amazing. 3 of those. Black Magic. One of the hardest things is picking the right pots, I feel like. We're gonna go for this one. Collocasia love being in moist soil, which means you can use them to make a feature out of a tricky area of damp or boggy ground. Okay, so maybe I should put more regular soil in this mix. Tender tropical bulbs need to be protected from frost. Start them off indoors. 17 degrees minimum. Sure, okay. That's nothing unexpected. You can't really see what I'm doing here, can ya? Very chunky bulbs. So we want them in a slightly deeper pot. Oh, and upside and downside. I was gonna pot this side up, but clearly this is the actual growth point. coral. Ooh, nice and chunky too. But that's just one bulb, so it can go in a smaller pot. That feels too big. That's a bit too small. It's this one. Okay. Mojito. It's a bit smaller, so a smaller pot will do. This is Blue Hawaii. Very appropriate because my brother just arrived and he works on Hawaii. Pretty chunky one once again. So, no, too big. Okay. Hello. It is the next day because I needed to get more soil for my mix. Now I'm definitely ready because look at this. So it's time to pot up all the new caladiums. All the garden plants I potted up separately already. I thought that would not be super interesting to see. And we have so many. I'm excited to show you. The first is Fanny Munson. I got 3 bulbs of this, so we're gonna pop it in slightly bigger pot. These bulbs are, ooh, this one is actually a little bit squishy. So I don't know if that's good. Should I pot all of them together maybe? Or mix them up? Or should I keep them in separate pots? What do you think? Oh, this one is a smaller one. A bunch more to go. Next up is Miss Muffet. Nice looking bulb. I got 3 of this one. And last year, sorry, it didn't get very big. I don't know why. Might be the size of the pots that I give them. I feel like if you give them a smaller pot, they might stay smaller. Ooh, that's a nice looking one. Pretty chunky. When you're trying to find out what's the top, usually I focus on, there's a round bit at the top here, and then the bottom is often a little bit flat because that's where the old part has rotted off. So the flat part is facing down, and then this is the growth that goes up. I hope that makes sense.
Hello, this is Editing Rose, wondering how many times you want to see me pot up these bulbs. I don't know if this is still interesting.
The next one I got 3 of is the Spring Fling. This has such beautiful colors. I love it. This is a bit more of a funky bulb. So it has lots of side bulbs. And these will all grow little plants. The main middle one is what grows the big plant. So that will be a little bit smaller for this one because it's smaller. The size of the bulb definitely tells you a lot about the size of the leaves. So this is just the one bulb. This is likely going to be a little bit bigger. And if you've had success with regrowing your plants the next year in the same size or even bigger, please let me know. I don't know if you can hear me with all this noise, but I've definitely had issues with regrowing them the year after. They just stay smaller. This one is a little bit broken open, so I don't know how that's going to do. And then the last one I have 3 of is Caladium festivia. This is the nice one that I loved last year, so I'm hoping we get some good bulbs. That's a nice, pretty big one. Ooh, nice and chunky too. So interesting, I'm used to this size now. The first time I tried caladiums, if you go, sorry, all the way back, my older caladium video, I will link it in the description. I opened bulbs that are from a web shop that no longer exists by Daphne. And the bulbs were like as big as my fist. And I thought that was normal. So then anytime I got a bulb from anywhere else, I was like, huh? But now I guess I'm more used to this size because I guess that's normal. Maybe it was also because apparently growers have had some issues with caladiums rotting and the bulbs, it's not been good for them. So maybe that year was a good year and then afterwards it went downhill or something. I don't know. I'm putting quite a bit of soil on the top, but only very loosely. So once I water it, it will condense a little bit more and hopefully it's not too much of a layer. If you would pack this, I would put probably less thick of a layer. But this is super, super loose. I can still feel the bulbs underneath. And then we have 12 separate bulbs that are all either ones I haven't grown in a while or ones that I just thought I would try. I think I'm gonna mix and match them into different bigger pots. I don't know. Or should I keep them in separate pots? What do we think? I have some bigger pots here that I used as a bin. that we can just make like a mix and match pot. That sounds fun and easier.
Okay, let's do it. A bigger pot with a mix and match of bulbs that I don't know what they're gonna look like yet.
Florida Elise. That looks nice. White Queen. I actually bought these as huge plants once at a grower. They were beautiful, but then they never came back after. But the leaves are like super big. I have some nice photos on my Instagram somewhere. Caroline Wharton. This is one of those again with lots of different growth points. Pink Cloud. That sounds adorable. Caladium Buck. No idea. Caladium Gingerland. That's a nice chunky one. Caladium Limelight. Ooh, also very chunky. Wait, what? There's a little baby. Aw. I think this is the top, even though it's also a little bit flat. You can kind of see. I think this used to be a growth point. It's not super bad if you pot it upside down. It just takes the plant a little bit longer to grow around, so don't worry too much. I think I'm going to keep it at 3 with this one because the pot is already pretty full. And also we have the little baby that has to go with it. I'm going to put the Florida Sweetheart that I know together with the Candidum because that's kind of green and that's kind of pink. And then these 3 that I don't know what they are together in this one. I thought I made so much soil, but now I'm already at the bottom of the pot again. Just enough, I think, for what we have. Pink Beauty. Ooh, interesting shapes. There's definitely some side, see that's like a side bulb. So there's multiples. Frida Hempel. Florida Moonlight. That's a nice big one too. Last ones. Every year, once I pot up the caladiums, I have no big pots left. This is all I've left now for my pots, and then some huge ones that are in the greenhouse still. So interesting. Florida Sweetheart bulb. Ooh, that looks nice. This is a beautiful one, so I'm excited for that. And then Candidum. Ooh, that's a lot of very small ones.
It's kind of hard to see, but it's like a cluster of tiny bulbs. Okay, the whole process one last time to close off this video nicely.
And that's it. Now we wait. I often try and do these videos with an update when they're starting to grow, but I used to start them in like the end of January, beginning of February inside, and now it's already the middle of March. So I think I'm just gonna put this video out so you can also get your bulbs planted, and then we'll watch them grow together. And I might do an update video throughout the season when I see updates, and then post that as a separate video so that you see them starting to grow, how long it takes for these bulbs to turn from bulbs to the growth point, and then the first leaf, and then what they look like at the end of the season, and then I'll post that maybe in the fall. I don't know, that's what I'm thinking for now. Look, this is my whole bucket of soil, almost empty again. So I guess we did have a lot of bulbs this year. It's a little bit random maybe, but we potted up a bunch. I'm gonna water them and put them in the greenhouse where they will stay probably not forever. The garden plants I will put in the garden at some point, but the caladiums will live in the greenhouse where it's nice and warm and where they don't get blasted with sunlight, because then the leaves can burn. If you have any questions about caladiums, please let me know so I can include them maybe in the updates video and answer any questions you have. If you want to use my code Roos with Farmer Gracie, that definitely helps, and the link is down below as well. I'm an affiliate with them, so that helps to supplement my income. If you use it, thank you so much. I actually have a list of all my affiliate codes on my Instagram if you go to the affiliate highlight, and also on my website. There's a lot on my website that I feel like people don't know, but it's plantwithroos.com and then /faves, F-A-V-S, spelling is hard. And there, if you scroll down, I have my favorite brands with discount codes and affiliate links. And then if you scroll a little bit more down, I also have an overview of all the places here in the Netherlands that I love, and botanical gardens in Europe that I've been to, with my videos linked so that you can see if you want to go visit as well. And then if you scroll a little bit more, there's all the links that you might need. Oh, markets I put on there that I like, And if you're interested actually in plant events and plant markets, I am hosting another one because I was supposed to host one today as I'm filming this, but I'm unfortunately still sick, so I had to cancel it. I am picking a new date soon with the Bosrand location, and I'll let you know if you're in the Netherlands or near. For 10 euros, you get a ticket. There's a maximum of 50 people, but it's really, really fun. And I do a little talk and we do plant games together. You can bring your crafts if you like to do embroidery or stitching or crochet, whatever you like to do. We hang out together. We can go plant shopping. They always bring extra special plants in for the event. So if you're around right now, you can go check that out as well. They have a lot of special plants for the event that unfortunately didn't happen. That's what I wanted to say. Also, I made a highlight of the markets that are around this spring in the Netherlands, in Germany, some in, I think in Belgium as well. So I put that in a highlight on my Instagram profile as well. Maybe I'll make a post on the community tab for people who don't have Instagram, or I put them on the screen or something, because there's a lot of plant markets happening, like my Botanica in Germany and also in the Netherlands, but also other smaller ones. So those are always amazing. If you see me there, please do say hello. I often have stickers with me to share, and we can have a little chat. I love to meet you guys in person. Ooh, Maggie is here to join us. Nope, she's stalking our neighbor's cat. Okay, I think that's it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out and bearing with me as I'm still sick, getting through it. I do feel a little bit better, as you can probably tell. More active, but I do feel like after this filming I will sleep first and then water the plants and clean up the mess later, which my boyfriend has to suffer through. But yeah, I'm getting a little bit better. Also, my dad is getting a little bit better now. He's starting to feel a little bit stronger. His bad levels are down, so hopeful things all around. Thank you so much if you stuck around all the way to the end. I love you so much. Thank you. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you again in the next video.